Many parents fall into the common trap of believing that more toys equate to better childhood development. Yet the reality is often an overwhelming environment that stifles creativity and limits a child's natural potential. When children are inundated with too many options, they become overstimulated by the sheer volume of choices. They begin skimming the surface of play without ever engaging deeply with the objects in their hands. Research from child development experts and successful trials in schools suggest a surprising truth about modern play. An abundance of toys actually impedes the transition from simple exploration to meaningful and truly imaginative play. By constantly rotating or adding new gadgets, parents inadvertently train their children to crave even more items. Children learn to seek external stimulation rather than finding contentment in the simple things they already possess. This cycle creates a nervous system that is perpetually flooded with sensory input and constant visual noise. The result is a noticeable decline in attention spans and an increase in frequent, unnecessary household conflict. Recognizing this destructive pattern is the essential first step toward reclaiming a peaceful and harmonious home environment. The evidence clearly shows that stripping away the excess allows a child's true imagination to finally emerge. When the clutter is removed, the mind finds the necessary space to flourish in ways previously blocked. Children begin to focus on the textures, shapes, and possibilities of the few items remaining before them. The frantic energy of the playroom begins to dissipate as the environment becomes intentionally calm and quiet. Without the distraction of endless plastic gadgets, a child starts to build complex worlds from simple blocks. They become architects of their own joy, finding deep satisfaction in the process of creation and discovery. This shift in behavior proves that less is indeed more when it comes to fostering healthy development. Parents often feel a sense of relief as the chaos of the toy box finally begins subsiding. The home transforms into a sanctuary, where deep play becomes the standard rather than the rare exception. By removing the excess, we provide our children with the quiet they need to process their emotions. They learn to sit with their thoughts, developing a sense of inner peace that lasts for years. This is not about deprivation, but about creating an intentional space for meaningful growth and lasting focus. As the toys disappear, the quality of interaction between children and their environment improves quite dramatically today. True creativity requires the absence of distraction to reach its full potential in every young, growing mind. We must trust that children have the innate capacity to entertain themselves with very little external help. The modern obsession with more is a barrier to the very development we hope to encourage daily. Let us prioritize the quality of the experience over the quantity of the items scattered across floors. A simplified room is a canvas waiting for the brushstrokes of a child's vibrant and active imagination. When we stop providing everything, we start giving them the most valuable gift of all, their freedom. Now consider the practical steps to begin this transformation within your own home starting this very afternoon. Step 1 requires you to establish clear parameters by honestly observing which toys your children truly value. Ask yourself which items generate the longest, most focused play sessions during their quiet, independent afternoon hours. Identify the toys that inspire creative use, where a simple object becomes something entirely new and unique. Consider the physical space available and whether your children can independently access and organize their own belongings. These questions are not about sentimentality, but about observable behavior and the actual utility of each item. Step 2 involves setting up the experiment, treating it as a temporary test rather than a permanent purge. This mental reframe removes the pressure of finality, allowing you to observe the results with complete objectivity. Take the chosen toys and arrange them in an accessible, visible, and organized way for your children. Pack everything else away out of sight, perhaps in a closet or a corner of your bedroom. You have not made a final decision yet. You are simply testing a hypothesis about their engagement. Decide on a time frame, such as 3 months, to gather enough data to see clear patterns emerge. Step 3 is observation, where you watch your children play without hovering or intervening in their process. Sit nearby with a book, showing them that you are present but not actively directing their play. Notice if they play longer without interruption, or if they use toys in surprisingly creative, new ways. Observe whether they collaborate more easily with siblings or show a calmer demeanor during their daily activities. When I did this, independent play sessions stretched from mere minutes to over an hour of focus. My child began creating elaborate scenarios that never would have emerged with 30 other competing distractions. If your child notices the missing toys, remain calm and invite them to explore the new space. Use phrases like, "I wonder what you will do with this," to spark their natural, innate curiosity. It is perfectly healthy for children to feel disappointment, as it is a vital part of emotional growth. Model calm behavior, letting them feel their feelings while you remain a steady, supportive presence for them. Trust that this temporary discomfort is far less significant than the long-term benefit of a focused mind. We live in a culture that constantly tries to convince us that purchasing products solves human problems. Recognizing this conditioning gives you the permission to question whether all those toys are truly essential. At the end of my experiment, I had the confidence to donate the majority of our collection. The only thing that changed was that my kids started playing in ways I had always hoped. 30 minutes to start the experiment is all it takes to gather your own evidence for change. Pause this video now, look at your toys with fresh eyes, and start separating your items today. You will be surprised by what you find on the other side of this simple, intentional shift. Recognizing this pattern is the first step toward reclaiming a peaceful home for your family. To transform your home, implement a simple 3-step experiment that requires less than 30 minutes. First, establish clear parameters by observing which items your children truly use for deep play. Watch them closely to see what they use for creative play rather than just discarding. Notice which toys they handle briefly, and then abandon in a pile of plastic clutter. Second, pack away the majority of the toys out of sight into large storage bins. Frame this as a temporary test rather than a permanent purge to alleviate any anxiety. Children often feel a sense of loss, so keep the tone light and very positive. Finally, observe the results over a few months, noting how your children's play sessions lengthen. Watch as their activities become more imaginative when the noise of excess is finally removed. While initial resistance might occur, it is a healthy opportunity to model calm and curiosity. Stay patient as they adjust to the newfound space and the quiet of the room. By shifting your focus from purchasing products to fostering an environment of true, deep simplicity, you provide your children with the space to develop focus, contentment, and genuine inner joy. This is the path toward the deep, uninterrupted play that lasts for a lifetime ahead. The living room floor, once a chaotic sea of plastic, now feels open and inviting. A single wooden block becomes a castle, a ship, or a mountain in their minds. Without the distraction of flashing lights, their eyes focus intently on the task at hand. The nervous system of the child begins to settle into a state of rhythmic peace. Parents find themselves sitting nearby, observing the quiet magic of a mind at work. No longer are they rushing to clean up mountains of discarded toys after every session. The atmosphere of the home shifts from one of frantic consumption to one of creation. Each toy remaining on the shelf serves a specific purpose in their evolving imaginative world. They build, they dismantle, and they rebuild with a level of focus previously unseen here. The silence in the room is not empty. It is filled with the hum of thought. Conflict between siblings diminishes as the competition for the latest gadget completely fades away now. They learn to share the few items left, finding new ways to play together daily. This simplicity acts as a catalyst for deeper emotional regulation and improved social interaction skills. You are teaching them that happiness is not found in the acquisition of more things. Instead, they discover that happiness is found in the depth of their own creative engagement. The experiment proves that less is indeed more when it comes to childhood cognitive development. As the weeks pass, the children seem more grounded, more creative, and significantly more content. The clutter that once defined their play space has been replaced by open, breathing room. They no longer skim the surface of their toys, but dive deep into complex narratives. Every afternoon becomes a new adventure, fueled by their own internal sense of wonderment. You have successfully reclaimed the home as a sanctuary for growth rather than a warehouse. The evidence of your success is visible in the long, quiet hours of focused play. They are learning to be present, to be patient, and to be truly imaginative thinkers. This foundation will serve them well as they grow into more complex and thoughtful individuals. The cycle of craving has been broken. replaced by a sense of deep, lasting satisfaction. You have provided the greatest gift of all, the freedom to simply be a child. The house feels lighter, the energy is calmer, and the joy is palpable every day. This is the true power of less play, a lesson that will resonate for years. They will look back on these quiet, focused afternoons as the best of their childhood. The simplicity you cultivated has blossomed into a garden of endless, vibrant, and creative thought. No longer overwhelmed, they navigate their world with a newfound sense of purpose and clarity. The transition was worth the initial effort, proving that less really is so much more. Your home is now a testament to the beauty of living with intentional, mindful simplicity. The children are thriving in this environment, their imaginations soaring to heights never reached before. Every day is a testament to the fact that children need space, not more stuff. They have found the secret to contentment, hidden right beneath the surface of their play. You have succeeded in creating a space where their true potential can finally flourish freely. The quiet hum of their play is the most beautiful sound in your peaceful home. This is the legacy of your decision to strip away the excess and embrace simplicity. They are learning to value the process of creation over the result of consumption daily. The journey of less play has become a way of life for your entire family. You have reclaimed the joy of childhood, one simple, intentional, and focused moment at a time. The future looks bright, clear, and filled with the endless possibilities of their own minds. Deep play is the work of childhood, and you have given them the perfect tools. The power of less play is the ultimate gift you can give your growing children.